What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to a brand new episode of my FIFA 13 X-Players Squad Builder. Today we're going to be building a squad out of the X-Players of Swansea, and before I get into the manager formation and the players, I'd just like to say I've actually got some loan players in here. I think about 3 of them, mainly because I couldn't actually find any other players. It was a very hard team. It was the hardest team to do in the fact that it's the hardest team to do without any loan players. I just couldn't find them. So I decided just to put them in just for this team. But let's get into the manager, and we're going to have Brendan Rodgers, now the Liverpool manager, and we're going to be playing the 4-3-3 formation. And let's start off with in goal, and we've got a silver goalkeeper, currently plays for Wolves, Dev Valles, and 69 rated player, cost me 1,900 coins, which is fairly expensive, and I wouldn't say buy him for that. He's got some decent goalkeeping stats. His positioning is fairly low for a goalkeeper, but still, he's not a bad keeper. Moving on to the right back, we've got another silver player, and that is Ricketts, the Welsh right back, plays for Bolton. He cost me 200 coins, and again, his pace just lets him down. If people's pace is slow, I'll just say their pace is slow, got good defending, move on. Next player, another silver player, and we're going to have, where is this player? He's a helps so I get the card colour right. We have Duffy, a plays for Port Vale, Wales. If you have not watched my Road to Gold Around the World series, I've used him in the Empower League too, and he's a really nice centre-back. 74 pace for a bronze centre-back. Really nice, and 800 coins. Not a bad player whatsoever. Moving on to the second centre-back, we're going to have this player, Corker. He currently plays for Spurs, and he is one of the players that was on loan to Swansea. He cost me 4,900 coins, and that is because he's probably one of the best Barclays Premier League centre-backs. 72 pace, 75 defending, and 75 heading. A very good player. And moving on to the left back, we have another silver player, and that is Painter. He is plays for Brighton and in the Empowered Championship, and he cost me 550 coins. And he again is slow and not a good left back whatsoever. So let's move on to the midfield, and we got a fairly decent midfield actually. So the first player is going to be this player here, goal player, and that is Joe Allen. He got transferred to Liverpool. He cost me 400 coins, and he's not a bad player. As you can see there, he's got some decent stats for a cheap Barclays Premier League player. 71 pace, 78 dribbling, 70 defending, and 79 passing. Shame about his shooting. Maybe if that was a bit higher, he'd probably be a better card. Moving on to the holding midfielder, we have another goal player, and that is going to be Frank Lampard. Again, he was on loan to Swansea, and from West Ham, I believe, and he cost me 9,000 coins, and that is because he is normally in a centre attacking position, but he was moved down into centre mid in a 4-3-3, which is kind of a desirable formation and position. And he's got 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, 87 shot, 84 passing, fairly decent free kick stats, and an overall fairly decent player, probably better as a centre mid than a centre attacking mid. And moving on to the final player of this team, we have a silver player, and that is going to be this player here, Pratley, I believe. He plays for Bolton. He's the only player I don't think I got in the right formation. I know there's 2 players I don't think. And he cost me 250 coins. And as you can see, he's actually got fairly decent stats for a centre mid in the Empower Championship. All in the 60s and some in the 70s. So he's not a bad player. And I think if I rejiggle this team around, I could probably get it a bit higher chemistry. No, that didn't help whatsoever. But let's just jiggle that back. There you go. So let's move on to the attack force. And the first player is going to be goal player. He got transferred to Man City, and that is Scott Sinclair. Probably the most stupidest transfer I've heard in quite a long time. He cost me 750 coins, and I actually really enjoyed watching this player. I thought he was a really good player, and came out of Chelsea's academy. But then he went to Man City, and I don't even think he's had a game. So that's kind of, it's just a stupid way to go. I would have probably gone for another lower team, just so I get more game time and maybe get a bit better, recognise a bit more, and then go to the bigger clubs and get played more. He is fairly young, but he's got some fairly decent stats. 89 pace, 82 dribbling, 69 shot, 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and cost me 750 coins. Moving on to the right wing, we've got a player who is in striker. Right?
You got a printer up here, no?
Oh no, it's downstairs.
Downstairs. I'll have to...
What do you want to print?
I brought a letter I want your dad to read for me.
Yeah.
Read. But I may have to leave him a copy because he's busy.
Okay.
But I can't afford to forget.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll copy it. It's fine.
No rush.
That's right. So in right mid we have a player who plays in striker, currently plays for Liverpool and scored. Scored yesterday against Newcastle, and that is Barini. He had a short spell at Swansea, and on loan as well. So he's one of the loan players. I think I've got 3 loan players in this team. So he's actually not a bad striker. I really enjoy playing with this guy, and he cost me 800 coins, which is fairly pricey, but he's got some fairly decent stats. And moving on to the final player of the team, probably one of the weakest players of the team, we have this player, Scotland. There was 2 of him on the market, one in 352 and going for 400 coins, and one in some random formation going for about 10k. So I decided to pick up the one in the random formation, and he cost me 400 coins, and yeah, he looked like a bit of a tank. Other than that, there's not much said about him. So guys, this has been the team. It cost me around just below 20,000 coins. As you can see, it's not a bad team. It's got some of the weak players, such as the striker, also Painter, the left back, probably the worst players of the team. Other than that, it's not a bad team. It could be fairly better, a bit better, but I'm just trying to quickly move around players. I swear I got a bit more chemistry the other day moving around these players, but who cares? You can see the team. If you've got any suggestions, any players I may have missed. Also, if you've got any players that weren't on loan, put them in the comments. I'd like to see if I've actually missed any players that I could have put in the team to reduce my rule of no loan players. But guys, this is the team. Remember, if you like this episode, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for West Brom. We're moving to the end of the BPL team, so if you've got any suggestions for any of the other teams I could do, I've got a list here. I've got Bayern Munich, Rangers, Borussia Dortmund, Porto, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Internazionale, Milan and Ajax. So they're just the few teams. If you've got any other teams that you would like me to do, I'll be happy to do that. So this is the end of the episode. This has been Chronic Rush 2. Till next one, adios!